So this review has been a long time coming. I've been using these for a few weeks now, and they have definitely been heavily in rotation. So what we're going to talk about today is the Wizard series from Mark Bucks. Here we go. So I've been vaping on these a couple of weeks. I've got an 18350, an 18490 revision 1 or 500, an 18500 Rev 2, and an 18650 Ti. I had a 650 Wizard's Apprentice. I actually, after I acquired the Ti, I decided there was no reason having a Ti and a 650 Apprentice, so I ended up selling the 650 Apprentice. And you know, it's a phenomenal vape for me. They work really well, and so we'll just start out by having a vape. We'll start out with a Hellfire Mega with 100% PG juice. So it's not going to have the massive cloud being a PG juice. But I don't know, I'm resolving myself more towards the PG juices. As for me, I just personally think it's a better flavor. There may be some sacrifice in the vapor, but I like the flavor, so let's have a drag off of it. I mean, as you can see, it's not a ridiculous drop in flavor going to a PG juice. But I'm using this on a Revision 1 Wizard's Apprentice. Now, these are made of stainless steel, and it is a matte finish with the exception of my Revision 2, which I am actually going to, I'm sanding it down to do a two-tone, so I'm going to do kind of a brushed finish here and a brushed finish here, and leave the matte where the logo is, here in the middle. It's a great vape. It's a great battery. It's just a... It is just a battery mod. Now, it does have the touch switch, and I've seen some other reviews and heard some other talking about the touch switches with people saying, they needed to lick their finger or they needed to, I don't know, moisturize their hands before using them. I guess I just naturally have not dry hands, and so I've never had a misfire. I've never had any issue out of it. It just works. It's really good. Now, I mean, some would say, hey, that's a Hellfire Mega you're using there, so that's the vapor production. But hey, let's just go to the bottom of the rung. I've got a review that I'm going to be doing for this also, so it's going to be a 2-review day. This is the AGAT is the model. A lot of different vendors are selling it under different names. I think Got Vapes is where I got it. They're calling it the Berkshire, I believe. Just a clear tank. So we go from the highest, most expensive atomizer down to the cheapest atomizer. I haven't had a chance to drill the air hole out on this yet. It just came in. I just got my wife to put a wick and a coil on it. But that's the most expensive atomizer down to the cheapest atomizer. The purpose of a battery mod is just to deliver the cleanest maximum amount of power that the battery can push out straight to the atomizer. And I think the Wizard's Apprentice does a stellar job of doing that. Everything I put on it just vapes well. It's kind of like the Caravella. Everything I put on my Caravella just seems to vape better than some of the lower end battery mods that I have. And I don't know if it's, that they use better contacts, that they use a better material for the contacts. I don't know what it is, but with a battery mod, you do get what you pay for. And on the Wizard's Apprentices, I think they deliver everything to the atomizer that the battery is capable of putting to it. And that's kind of what it is. Now, the Revision 2 does have an upgraded switch. Now, as I said earlier, I've never had a problem with the switch in the Revision 1 because my hands are not dry. So for me, I didn't notice any difference in the revision 1 and the revision 2 switch. But now there's also supposed to be a difference in that you can use a kick in the revision 2. From my experience, I didn't have a lot of luck with that. I stuck an 18350 battery in it, stuck my kick in it, put a cartomizer tank on it, and I didn't get it firing. And I'm going to keep tinkering with that and seeing, maybe it was the battery, something I did wrong. But you're supposed to be able to use a kick with it, so time will tell on that. I'll continue to test on that. I personally did not get it working though. So, what else to say about it? It's just a phenomenal little battery mod. The 18350 is just ridiculously stealth. It is so small. The 18500, which is my battery of choice, is what I'm using the Hellfire Mega on. It's becoming my, I keep 3 or 4 in constant rotation all day, so the 18500 is becoming my favorite, I guess, battery mod next to my Caravel 18350. But then we'll go up to, I guess, the most sought after, highly prized mod out there right now, and that's the TI. Now, there's some things about the TI that are a little special to me. For one, the finish is it's ridiculously gorgeous. It is, it weighs nothing. It doesn't weigh anything. I wish I had a scale I could weigh it for you, but the weight on it is next to nothing. Designed to use an 18350 battery, or I'm sorry, 18650 battery. But one of these bad boys will go in there too. Now this is the 5-volt batteries. They are only 600 milliamp hours, but I work from home. I've got 4 of them, 2 of them constantly on a charger. So for me, it's pretty awesome to be able to take a manual battery, throw a 5-volt in there, and it's a really solid vape. Now, I like to use the 5-volt batteries with a cartomizer. If I was to put this, I think it's a VPX or VXP cartomizer tank. It's absolutely mint on the Wizard's Apprentice. The finish is actually perfect on the Apprentice, but on the TI it's a little different. But then you can throw a cartomizer in there and make it 5 volts now. I don't know how well you can hear that, but it screams. Not the same vapor as a Genesis, but at the end of the day, I do love a cartomizer from time to time with certain different juices. So being able to stick a 5-volt battery in the TI or the Wizard's Apprentice 18650 is pretty cool, because then I can really get up there with a single battery and get a good vape with a cartomizer. So I guess we could talk about some of the the features of it and how it works. Generally, it's pretty simple. I'm not going to get up close on this one because it's really not that much to it. You've got the bottom with a spring in there with some nice deep vent holes, I guess, vent arches. I don't know really what the good word for it. Made in Romania. This is number 9. Pretty cool. Really low number on that. It's pretty simple on this. Just battery down, hits the spring. This is your touch sensor. Touch sensor just screws right onto it. You can feel a really good amount of tension whenever you push the battery down there, so it's a good solid connection. Nothing wobbles at all in there. Put your battery in there. Now, it does have a a slidey ring thing right here at the top, and this thing is to you can either cover this touch sensor or you can twist it to unlock the touch sensor. It spins pretty well. I would say my only complaint at all with this mod is that I personally play with that switch a lot. The only design change that I would make to this is I would make it to where it only spins enough to go out of the way and enough to close it. Unlock it, unlock it, lock it, unlock it. I was out with it last night and I caught myself fiddling with this button all night long. I would spin it too far, and then I would, kind of have to, I was at the movies with it and I would kind of have to hold it up to the movie and spin it until I found it, and then I was ready to have a vape on it. So I guess that would be my only complaint about it, is I wish the switch didn't spin a full 360 degrees. I just really wish it would close, open, close, open. But when you, like I said, when you get it wrapped around, then you're stopping, you're spinning, you're looking and looking, and eventually you get there and you're back to going. So I wish I didn't fiddle with that switch as much as I did, but that's my only complaint. We'll have another vape on it, and you know, there's really not much else to say about a battery mod. It's touch sensor, really well constructed. Even the stainless steel one with the matte finish is absolutely gorgeous and light. The TI is a bit lighter, but so that's pretty much it. What else can you say about a battery mod? It works great, it vapes great. Little bit of an issue with the switch, but you know, it is what it is. It's still a great locking feature. Maybe it's just me that I fiddle with it so much. So one last vape and we'll call it a review. It's a great vape, it's a great mod. Highly recommend if you can get a hold of them. Cloud9vaping, put a link down in the description to that. It's good stuff, so highly recommend. Generally the stock comes in about once a month at the beginning, I think at the beginning of the month or the second week, beginning of the second week of the month over at Cloud9. If you get a chance to pick these up, they're around 262 bucks after shipping. For the Apprentices. The TI, unfortunately, I don't think they're going to make any more of those, so never get rid of that one. That one's in the collection forever. But the Apprentices, they're not hard to get. You can catch them on the classifieds. The prices are coming down. I've seen them in the the $280, $300 range in the classifieds. So if you get a chance, pick one up. Highly recommended, especially if you like regular battery mods. You can't beat it. So that's it. Be strong, vape on. It's JC West. We'll see you next time.